Hello, everybody. Welcome to TEW 2020. I am here with co-host slash collaborative player Bill.
Hey, how's it going?
We are here to do our WCW run, of course, as we are live on Twitch. Um, I'm gonna pull my stuff up here so I can change this to part 4. There we go. And now everything is right in the world. So, we are back once again. WCW, Here Comes the Money mod from 2001. This is the mod where it is an alternate reality where Shane McMahon actually does, own WCW. And, the company didn't fully die after Vince bought it.
Just
And,
mostly die, as our first episode indicates.
yes, exactly. It mostly died. With the roster we had, it might as well have. But we have some people now. This has been an interesting journey so far. Things are starting to pick up a little bit of steam as we've gotten some people we actually want to use.
And we've hit some road bumps along the way, like the fact that our tag team champs can't work together.
Yes, we learned that out last episode. That's actually a great callback, that our tag team champions cannot work. They have absolutely zero chemistry, was the line we got.
Yeah, it's the worst chemistry rating I've ever seen.
Which we didn't even know was a thing until that point. So that changed our plans, because we had different plans, which we'll probably talk about when we get to the pay-per-view. We don't need to talk about it now.
They were originally actually going to go over. We'll leave it at that.
Yes, we'll talk more about
Spoilers,
that.
that's no longer happening because we can't manage that. Like, there's no way to book around a tag team that just does not work together.
No, if people don't have chemistry, you either just deal with it or you have to split them up.
Yeah, and we're talking like at least a 10-point penalty on any match they have right now, so
Yeah.
because it's so bad, and I know I think it's worse than that actually, because I'm pretty sure that they have like very little chemistry or whatever. Next worst one is like an 8 to 10 point hit. So this one looks like it's even more than that.
That's brutal.
Yeah, and so there's no way to just power through it unless we get them up to like a performance of 100 and accept like an 85 rated match then. And let's be honest, that's not happening with those guys.
Exactly. And on top of that, we're in the building phase for this company. We kind of can't afford that right now. So it's a booking on the fly type deal. Before we go and book our Go Home Nitro, Bill and I did this right after the stream last time, but I want to take a look at that Judgment Day card we looked at off stream, because it was pretty crazy and it was pretty fun to look at, and I remember saying that we should have looked at it on stream. So,
yeah, I think going forward we should follow big WWE shows.
Yeah, they're big shows we should look at, because it's kind of interesting. So WWF Judgment Day 2001, this is what happened in this reality. They did a pre-show and they had a few matches on it. Raven and Haku defeated Russ McCullough and K-Quick
Who the
by
fuck
DQ.
is Russ McCullough?
I have no clue. Probably some jobber that was working on fucking Jacked or something.
Either that or it's a random generation that they got in that month, because this mod will generate new workers coming up. Like, there's real people that are set to come in the future.
Yeah.
But it'll also just randomly generate guys.
Val Phoenix.
And there's a non-zero chance that that's who he is.
True. Val Phoenix defeated the newly re-signed, remember, Pete Gas. Remember, we were sad we lost out on Pete Gas.
God, that match sounds horrible. I don't believe that they were able to have a 45 rated match.
In 2001,
Pete Gas didn't know how to work. And Pete Gas doesn't know how to work.
Yeah.
Like, he's completely untrained. I'm not being mean. Oh, wait, Pete Gas is the one that's trained.
Yeah, he's the only one of the Mean Street Posse that's trained, I think. But he's
okay, so it might have been able to get a 45. Because a 45 is not exactly a great rating for a company the size of WWF.
Main event in the pre-show with a half-decent match that I actually would watch is Perry Saturn defeating D'Lo Brown.
I would watch it, but I would not pay for it.
No, me neither. To open the show, they apparently had an angle with Kane calling out The Undertaker, but he ends up getting beat up by Taker, which is kind of funny.
Presumably it's Taker.
Yeah, presumably it's Taker. Maybe Kurt comes out.
I'd laugh my ass off, and it's completely possible for the way the AI books that it was like Rodney Mack or something.
No, they're the only two in it, so it is that. Jerry Lynn defeated Spike Dudley to retain the WWF Light Heavyweight title. That's actually a match that would be decent, although that division
That
was,
match would have been fire, but not for a 59.
yeah. Eddie Guerrero got an interview. Kurt Angle got an interview, presumably about his upcoming title match in the main event. Lita defeated Jazz in a ladder match. That's incredible for 2001. Eddie Guerrero.
I'm going to call attention to the fact that Kurt Angle's interview was amongst the best things on the show.
Kurt Angle is the
At least
MVP of
until
the
you
show.
scrolled up.
Yeah. Lita, yeah, we did that. Eddie Guerrero defeated Chaz. If you don't remember Chaz, he's one of the fucking headbangers. A backstage segment with Stephanie McMahon Helmsley. A backstage segment with Jeff Hardy. A video package hyping Rhino for Steve Blackman. Rhino defeats Steve Blackman by DQ in a match that had been for the WWF Hardcore title. By DQ in a hardcore title match.
In a hardcore match.
That's incredible. That's
very WWE 2016 with, a no contest finish to a Hell in a Cell match. Not that I'm still bitter or something.
No, of course not. Big Show got an interview. We got a video package hype in China versus Terry. God, that's awful. An interview with.
It's better than the Big Show interview where he changed alignment 3 times.
Lita said, "Fuck this! I'm having the better and more interesting women's match on the show." And China gets Terry Runnels in a strap match, but I think it actually somehow got the better rating, which kind of pisses me off. That's annoying. No, it didn't. It didn't. It was a little lower. That's good. Okay, we got a video package hype and Matt Hardy.
In 2001, Terry Runnels was super over, so I'm not too mad about that. She's not good, but wrestling fans in 2001 weren't looking for good from their women's professional wrestlers.
Yeah, exactly. Matt Hardy versus Dean Malenko in 2001 would actually still probably be good. Mick Foley had an interview. I guess he's back.
That would have been good. Foley's always good on the stick.
Matt Hardy defeated Dean Malenko by what's with all these DQs? This is WWF in a match that had been for the WWF for European title.
Yeah, it's the Attitude Era. Like, there's at least one DQ a show.
Look at this sweet match. Trish Stratus defeated Ivory in a cage match, and it ended.
I can't believe there were 3 women's matches, 2 of them with gimmicks in 2001, and 2 of them I actually want to see. Actually, all 3 of them had gimmicks. I forgot about the strap.
We need to get our women's division going.
All the women that are worth signing are in the fucking WWF.
Yeah, I know. Test and Benoit and Jericho defeated Crash Holly and the APA in a killer match. That would have been a hell of a match. A backstage segment with William Regal, something I'll never complain about. Big Show defeated Billy Gunn. That's what his interview was about before fighting Billy Gunn. This is when This is the one. This isn't his one gimmick. The one gimmick, the worst Billy Gunn.
He'll always be daddy ass to me.
Edge and Christian defeated the Dudley Boys in a tables match. That's sweet to retain the WWF Tag Team titles. A video.
That booking actually makes sense. It's rare for the AI to book stuff that makes sense, but Dudley's in a table match and losing because they're the heels. Because I'm pretty sure Edge and Christian were faces at this point.
At this point, 2001 they were, I believe. Then Christian.
I'm pretty sure this is when their 5-minute pose had gotten super over and they were forced to turn face.
Yeah, I believe so. And then they start pushing Edge, and then the fallout happens, and blah, blah, blah. Video hypes Triple H versus Hardcore Holly, and then Triple H defeats Hardcore Holly in a dog collar match, which is crazy in 2001 WWF.
That would have actually been a good match.
To retain the Intercontinental title. And then...
Because Hardcore Holly had the personality of a bag of cement, but he was a good worker.
And remember, Stone Cold got injured on a random SmackDown a few weeks ago, or a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, they don't have Stone Cold. That was probably supposed to be Stone Cold there.
It's supposed to be Stone Cold in the main event here, for sure. But Kurt Angle goes over and is the WWF World Heavyweight Champion now, which is a good call, defeating Undertaker and Kane in a awesome 99 rated triple threat match.
They put him over strong.
So strong.
So we're probably never going to be able to sign Kurt Angle now.
Oh, no. Probably not. He's their main guy.
Off that, there's no way we're going to be able to sign him ever.
How are you? We were looking at China before. How long has her contract got left on? 2 months, so we gotta wait a month in a bit
Yeah,
to.
and they're pushing her hard, so we're probably not going to be able to get her, but it's worth a try because if we can get her and maybe steal one or two other women, we can actually start to have a women's division.
Yeah. Um, I think I don't think I have anything else we need to do before the go home. We'll have stuff to do before the pay per view, but I think we can go right into the go home. I believe
Yeah, I can't think of anything we needed to do.
that was just an extra thing I wanted to do for fun. We didn't even have to do that, but I think it's fun to look at their big shows.
It's a good idea to keep an eye on who they're pushing. Because if we get our hearts set on someone and the AI is like even someone that in real life is a mid carder and the AI has decided they're going to be like world champion or so, it's good to know that there's like no chance we're going to get them. Or vice versa. They just start burying someone that in real life was a main eventer. I mean,
where
God, in my personal save, they fired Undertaker.
we've been in the Mid Atlantic, Mid South, and Midwest.
And we're doing Southeast for the pay per view.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was, but I couldn't remember for a second. Southeast for the pay per view. Maybe we'll go Southwest for this one. Any decent sized arenas here that we can use? I think the best one's going to be that 6,000 one. Ouch. I guess we could select a generic
We might
venue.
want to select a generic venue and let it generate a 5,000 seater for us.
Yeah, we'll just do
Because
that.
6,500 is an awful big gap.
Okay, so I have a few ideas to run by for the show, like I said off air the bill, but I think we're gonna be doing some brainstorming here. The main thing I think we need on the show that's not gonna be a good segment, but we need it for a pay per view, is the fact that I think we need our tag champ heel bastards to say how they're holding an open challenge on the pay per view because they know they can beat anybody.
Yeah, we need that segment. And if they're talking, perhaps that, the fact that they hate each other won't be as obvious.
Yeah. So our tag champs are fucking Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Hare.
Plus, it'll give them a chance to advance on the mic. And, I mean, I want pretty much everyone in the company to be able to talk.
Yeah, that is helpful. Tag title, open challenge, set for Big Bang.
And it's not like we're going to fire either of these guys just because they don't work as a tag team.
Oh no! In fact, I think we talked about our plans a little last episode possibly, but we actually have some plans for one of them at least, and I don't need to do anything.
Well, we have some plans for both of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we
Because,
got a race.
spoilers, after the performance at the pay-per-view, they're going to go into a breakup angle since there's no point in keeping them as a tag team.
Yeah.
So that, of course, that does mean we're going to need to get one more tag match out of them after the pay-per-view.
Oh. I thought we were breaking them up at the pay-per-view.
I suppose we could do that. I didn't want to overshadow what was happening at the pay-per-view. So, like, they can start to show cracks and then disintegrate on Nitro was what I was thinking.
Fair. I mean, I guess my segment I have written in here for the pay-per-view. Spoil. I have a notes sheet for.
Oh, I remember what we were thinking for the pay-per-view. Yeah, we should do that.
I do have there's something there which we'll reveal.
That's right. We had an idea for the pay-per-view to try to hide how poorly they work together.
Okay, so that's set. So we need our main event or open as the most important things. We've kind of been having Lance and Booker fight a lot. I was thinking maybe they get mic time on this show.
Yeah, promo battle.
A promo battle to open the show, I'm thinking.
Yeah, and then we can have Booker have a match later in the night because Booker's the babyface who won't challenge, whereas Lance sits home and doesn't do anything.
And plus, Lance did have a match last week anyway, and we rested Booker last week so he can fight this week. Well, I think 10 minutes should we give him?
Let's give them 10 minutes. They're both actually good on the mic.
Yeah, I just don't know if they can handle more. And I'd give them more time if I thought they could handle it. But Booker probably
I
can handle it,
don't.
but I don't think Lance can. So that's the
Yeah,
issue.
and despite the way wrestling shows were traditionally booked around this time, I don't like opening with like 15, 20 minute talking segments much. I feel like people are watching the show to see wrestling. They should get to see some wrestling in the first
True.
quarter.
I like opening with the cruiserweights normally, but this is the go home and we're trying to sell a show, so I feel like this is an appropriate
It's
time
great
to.
to open with it. I just don't think it should be longer than 10 minutes because people who want to see wrestling will tune out.
So should we do a? You want to do a Booker singles match? Is what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll put him here. Who the hell are we gonna put Booker against?
Um, how about Carino? He's a big enough name that it makes sense to have him in the match, but not such a big name that beating him matters.
I will say we have another spot where we were bringing them. We were gonna bring them in during our tournament coming up that we haven't
Oh
told the
yeah, we
folks
could
about
wait.
yet.
We could wait for there.
I was thinking we bring him in there so he also gets like a win
Sure.
coming in.
Yeah.
I think he's booked to get a
Um.
win in that, isn't he? Or is he in that? Let me check if he's in. If he's not in that, then we'll book him here. I gotta look at that again. I have it saved in the.
Yeah, you have
Oh
it
no,
saved.
I'm
And
thinking
I'm
of
just
Canyon, so we can use him here then. Yeah, that works.
yeah,
Might as well.
because like a decent name from ECW, but it doesn't matter if Booker beats him, and it's not like we have a Booker Carino feud that we're planning to make money off in the future.
No, and this works because we do need to debut Carino, and while he's not gonna get a win here, it's a good spotlight for him.
Yeah, he's in the ring with the champ. That's a good place for him.
Should we make this for like the U.S. title or something?
Yeah,
Might as well.
Booker should be defending his title.
Yeah, that way it excuses him not defending it at the pay per view. I mean, we had him defend it once already too, but like this, just I like run.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
and throwing Carino into a world title match with no build makes no sense.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
U.S. title, no one expects a huge build for that because it's WCW in 2002.
Well, I like booking. I like having the I like kind of going with the 30-day rule with titles where they have to defend their title in
Yeah,
30
unless they're
days.
a heel, then I'm all right with messing with it a bit because they work the gimmick somehow.
Should this be a storytelling match? Probably.
Yeah, I don't trust Booker in a technical masterclass, which would be the other one that Carino would be excellent in.
Um, Booker needs a decisive win going on the pay per view. Pinfall.
Yeah, I don't usually book decisive win because just a finish is
Fair.
decisive unless we tell it otherwise, but it doesn't hurt to put that in.
I think we'll have Lance at ringside, like he can be a commentator or something. But I don't think he's gonna
I'd
do
put him at
anything.
ringside. We don't want Lance on commentary.
Yeah. Well, you can't
I don't
select that
think his
anyway.
mic's... Yeah, you can. You can totally put Lance on commentary. You just take out one of the commentators and put in
Oh, well,
Lance.
true. I wasn't thinking of the
But
actual.
he's not good enough on the mic. He'll
Yeah,
hurt the match.
no. I know world champions in it, but yes, that's good. Um, oh, they didn't complain about 15 minutes, so that's good for Steve Carino's future.
Reno's got pretty good stamina. And storytelling isn't hard on stamina.
Okay. So that's pretty much all I have. I knew
Yeah.
Booker was gonna be in the main, and I wanted to promo.
So
better.
after the main event, Lance should attack him in the ring while he's celebrating.
Okay.
And then they can do the stare down with, Booker fights him off, and Lance stands on the top of the ramp and stares at Booker in the ring holding his title. And that, or titles in this case, and that's how the show goes off the air.
So should we book that as 2 segments to get a
No,
beat
just
down?
do it as one.
Okay. So we'll do it
Because
as a
Booker's
first.
going to fight him off. We just put them both in, like, acting or entertainment.
Fair. That works. Booker T. Probably entertainment's the safest way to go.
Yeah, I usually use entertainment. Acting's just the other option for if they're doing a bunch of stuff, but I almost never use that one.
Lance attacks. Oh, if I could spell would help.
As you continue to spell it wrong.
And that's good. That will be our final segment. Obviously, we're gonna have a cruiserweight match on this bitch. I think we just say fucking keep building AJ because it's been going well.
Yeah, AJ's already getting over. So
And I did have
who do we feed to AJ this week?
I do have another idea that popped in my head that I'll run by you after we book this. But who are we booking against to lose to AJ this week? Have we done AJ Elix yet? Because that would be fire. I don't think we have.
I don't think so. I don't recall it.
I think we're just gonna.
And Elix is over enough that the fans are gonna hate this, but fuck them. We got to build these guys somehow.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go. I mean, we could look for somebody a little more over, but we don't have many options really.
I don't necessarily want to feed one of our over cruiserweights to AJ right now.
Fair enough.
Like, I saw Billy Kidman scroll by, but I don't want Billy Kidman losing to an unknown.
Oh yeah, AJ is a heel. I keep booking him against heels, but I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Right now, it's just guys who we can afford to have lose to someone who's got like 13 popularity.
Steal the show. AJ go over. I don't really care about any of the other specifics. This is just a match to get AJ over. I'll even give him time to work if we can afford it.
I wouldn't go higher than 15 minutes. People don't want to see these guys.
True. Actually, that's a good point. Maybe just 10 is good enough for now.
Yeah, I'd actually take it down to 10 because once AJ has popularity, we can put him in long matches, but like no one knows who he is yet.
Yeah. We can give that time I was going to give there to the next guy that I think we should give a match because he's going to have a match in the pay-per-view that hasn't been, which we need a segment for as well, similar to the tag titles. But somebody came back, made his return last week, and had a perfect challenge.
Yeah, so he can have another match and then go into a segment afterwards, so he beats someone easily.
So Kurt Hennon's going to have another perfect challenge on Nitro here. Who the hell is Hennon gonna beat here?
I mean, if we want to have him take on a bigger guy, he could beat Hugh Morris. It's not like we have a lot of plans for him.
That's a good point. And he's actually got some popularity, so that's fine. Good idea. What's Hugh Morris good at? Nothing? Let's see.
He's good at abusing trainers.
Yeah.
Or trainees.
Well, he's not good at technical, so that's great.
I think this should be just a regular match.
Yeah, it's just going to be a regular match.
Just let them both work to their strengths.
This one can have the time I was going to give to the cruiserweights.
Yeah, they can have 15 minutes, assuming Hugh's stamina is high enough.
Yeah. Regular, and decisive. I just like putting it. That's, yeah. I just like doing that too. There we go. Perfect. And we're going to this will be the last match before the main, I think. Which lets us put an angle between these two.
Yeah, so we stick the angle in there and have
Kurt just get some mic time for 5 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
Mic time. Oh, I can't spell challenge apparently. There we go. Paul Orndorff's getting a lot of segments. We might have to change that later. Here we go. How much time do we have left? 44 minutes. Okay. Any other ideas here? Oh, yes. One very important one for the pay-per-view. I want to get a woman on this show because I had the whole idea of the Women's Invitational. that
Probably better to have them in a
segment.
match than on the stick.
Oh, well,
Unless you put them in a segment with Shane and let Shane do the talking.
fair. That's actually a decent idea. Shane wants to spotlight the women's division. I mean, Tori and Stacy can probably handle themselves enough. And I can just have Paisley standing there because they're the three that are already in the company. Anybody else
Yeah.
that's going to be in the match is like
It's going to
getting
be a
debuted.
surprise. Yeah. What we can do too is have Shane rated on microphone and rate the women on sex appeal.
That too. That would actually be a really high segment.
And the great thing is, if we put it for 5 minutes, the women will get better at the mic just by watching Shane. Because Shane's like the best talker in our company right now.
So
I hate rating stuff on sex appeal, but I mean, it is
it's time
2001
appropriate.
in wrestling.
So.
It's how the women were judged, and it's the one thing they're going to be good at right now, because we don't exactly have good women's wrestlers. As we were discussing looking at the WWF card, the only ones really are in the WWF.
I mean, Tori Wilson got a lot better, but this is 2001.
Yeah, she wasn't
Tori
good
Wilson.
in 2001.
And Stacy Keibler never got better, but
She got better at stuff. That stuff just wasn't wrestling. Her character work got a lot better. Because at this point, I was just going to say, at this point, her character traits were hot.
We'll take that pervert. We'll let that pervert Johnny Ace take the same. It's perfect for him. That can come before the perfect challenge. Pretty appropriate, of course. So we'll need a match between those two segments. We don't have a tag match on the show. Do we have like a tag team?
We have the ECW guys.
We do have the ECW guys, and they are on the pay-per-view.
Momentum, so.
Did we have Rotunda set the challenge for the pay-per-view yet? Because we might actually have to do that here. So maybe we have the ECW guys in a tag match, and then Rotunda comes out and...
Yeah, he can come out on the stage while they win.
Says
because they're obviously going to win.
Yeah. He's bring the partner Sunday to end this. Yeah, that
Then we should have them take on some old school guys.
Okay, so we have...
See who we have that's old school and has debuted in our company.
We've got Robert Van Dam and Sabu.
Yeah, if we're doing Rob in a tag team, we should put him at Sabu.
Well, do you want to do those two?
Yeah, because if they don't have chemistry, it's good to know on a regular show.
Well, we have already put them in a match. They had chemistry. They had great chemistry.
Okay, yeah. That's what I thought. Like, it's going to be a better match than if we do, like, Tommy and Sandman.
We don't really have anybody.
I saw Zbyszko go by.
Yeah, I mean, he's not the... I think we picked him up. But we have Bobby Eaton, too.
Yeah. We have Eaton and Gibson.
We have Rock and Roll completely.
Yeah,
but
do we want Rock and Roll to lose?
Not really on their first match. I don't really want to bring them... It's face... I don't want that face versus face match, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm fine with doing same alignment matches to some point, but that one just doesn't sit right with me. If we're going with guys that are established in this company, we're gonna have to like debut somebody probably. Is Canyon a heel or face? Oh, or not Canyon. Conan is who I meant. Oh, Conan is a heel. We could book Conan as one of the guys.
Conan's super crazy. Do like a lucha thing. It might calm Conan down because he's getting annoyed that we haven't been booking him.
Well, he's annoyed that we hired Vampiro. So let's put him in a team. No, I'm just kidding.
You want to see if bottom on chemistry goes even lower than our tag champs.
Conan's stats kind of sick. But we'll use him still.
We can put Super Crazy in with him.
Super Crazy's the face. I don't know.
Oh shit. Uh,
I don't like a face and heel randomly working
yeah.
together. We'll probably get dinged for that too. What if we just
Yeah.
throw
What
Bob
was?
Eaton for some decent work in here? Like just debut him. I
I
mean, he's
don't
not
want.
his stats
We
aren't
don't want
that
Bobby
great.
Eaton to lose though.
We don't.
Like that has to. Well, not on his first match. That is the same problem as Rock and Roll.
Fair
We don't
enough.
want
I
him
mean,
to lose right away. Um,
oh yeah, Johnny the Bull is in our company, but he's babyface. Um, Sabisco could.
Conan Zabisco isn't the worst. I mean, this isn't a work rate match.
No,
We'll
this
book it
is.
as like a car crash.
And it's two established guys, so I mean, I don't really care about Sabisco losing. He's just here to
Neither
build
do I.
people.
I don't care about Conan losing either.
Oh, I just replaced Conan.
Conan's being a whiny little bitch about us hiring Vampiro, so Conan can get pinned by the Extreme guys.
Rob can get the pin. Conan can take it.
Yeah, I think at this point, any match that Rob's in, he should get the pin.
I think we need a third match type, do we? Or do we not?
Yeah, I was going to say car crash for this, because we have storytelling. I think we have only we have storytelling and we have steal the show. So yeah, we need one more match, and this should be like a car crash.
Okay. This is probably gonna have to be 10 minutes. I can't see them going more than that.
No, not in a car crash for sure.
This will go right here, and then a segment. There's still gonna be two segments together, but oh well. Rotunda. Robert.
Nope, we don't want Road Warrior Animal.
Not yet. And Sabu. Microphone for Mike Rotunda. It's probably what he's best at. And then these guys will just be overness or something. Or should we go action?
Probably put him on entertainment.
Entertainment, fair enough.
Because they're going to be doing stuff.
Success.
Overness is really only if you're just being mentioned. And it's a longer segment, so overness, if we actually rate them, if we actually have them on screen, we're going to get dinged for trying to go too long without doing anything interesting.
There we go. Put that here. How much time do we have? 22 minutes left the book. So we still need a match, that means in my head. What else is on our pay-per-view? This is helping me book this show. I guess, hypothetically, we should probably have Shane announce the TV title tournament on this show. We're running down the brackets on the pay-per-view is what I have set up, but we could announce it on this show.
Why don't we announce it on the pay-per-view?
Okay, we can announce it on the pay because I do have it before the first match. So the rundown could be an announcement and rundown of the bracket.
Yeah, because Shane's already working on this show, and I don't want to clutter too many matches with Shane because he gets good, or too many segments with Shane. He gets good ratings, but it's not really earned ratings if we just put Shane in everything.
Maybe we'll just figure out another match here and see how much time is left after the match. And we might just add time
We've
to
probably got one more match, one more segment, because 22 minutes, even if we do a 20-minute match, like, we might actually have two matches.
Unless we add time
We're at
to a main event.
62% matches, so we can fit a fair amount of matches in. I don't think we add time to the main event.
Okay.
I noticed a problem.
What?
Before you book another match. You've got Kurt Hennig issuing his challenge in the wrong place. It's between the Booker T match and Lance attacking Booker.
I'm glad you saw that. Yeah. Um, I don't think we have anything that needs to. I mean, we could
The
give.
problem is we have so many surprises for the pay-per-view because of all our signings,
Yeah, we could
and
give.
we don't want to spoil them on the go home.
We could give Buff a win since he's not gotten any, and he's gonna be
Sure.
losing again on the pay per view.
Yeah, that's fine. Um,
That does.
Buffs
I don't have
heels.
enough. It's not like I have a losing streak gimmick planned for him. He's just not Buff.
Might save his momentum a little bit
Oh,
too.
I guess we do have. We haven't done anything with Chavo and Shane yet either, so that could be another segment or something. Unless we want to book them in the match, one of them. We could have Chavo go over in a match to look strong going to pay per view.
Yeah,
Maybe that's what we should do first. We'll do that first.
I like us having a cruiserweight segment that actually matters.
Chavo and we can put Super Crazy here.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not really building
cool.
him, but
We're not really trying to build super crazy though. He's just a guy we have on the roster because he's decent.
uh, these guys can go 15 in my opinion. We already have a car crash and a steal the show. We could just do a high
I
spot
think we just
or a regular.
or just let him just do a regular match.
Fair.
Regular is our best bet for getting good ratings because then they can work whatever style they want,
Ooh, Chavo.
and so it'll just have them like work to their strengths.
Decisive, and that's all I need there. Nick Patrick's the ref, Aaron Anderson, Agent.
We should put this right after the AJ match, or like after segments after the AJ match, because AJ's going to cool the crowd.
Yeah, we'll put this
And
here
then,
so we can put another segment in between those two matches.
Yeah, and Larry Zbysko and Conan have a chance of cooling the crowd. So this will like bring them back up in between.
We just need 5 minutes now, so that's perfect for a segment.
So we just have like, what else do we need to build?
So the cruiserweight title match, we'll just put a segment here for it.
Yeah,
Just have Chavo talk or something. Say he's coming out with the gold on Sunday, and Shane just
yeah, and
standing
we can
there.
put Shane off screen. Off
Or-
screen.
Yeah, that works too.
Just rate Shane on overness and off screen, and then it won't affect our rating that Shane's being rated on overness for 5 minutes.
And then microphone for Chavo. This is a success for him.
And that'll allow us to advance the story too, because it'll see that we have Shane in it, even though it's just Chavo talking.
Chavo plans to walk it with gold. Paul learned if you've had too many segments, the assassin can take this one. And no, Dusty can take this one. And then this one is right here. That looks like a decent show. This was easier to book than I thought it would be. Having the pay-per-view
I mean,
lined
we've
out
got the
helped.
roster now. We're not in a circumstance where we have like literally 2 people that belong on TV.
Yeah.
And one of them isn't even really with the company, but was only added for the mod.
Having the pay-per-view laid out helped me too. I liked that. Okay, so I don't think we have any big. Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna have to deal with that type of thing for a while. Yeah, I'm sorry, Billy Kidman. I do kind of feel bad for some reason we haven't been using you, but it is what it is.
We can start to use Billy after the pay-per-view.
Possibly.
He's pretty good. I mean, we
could
should push the guy.
Yeah, we should. He was literally like being built as a possible future world champion. And to be fair, when that
I
was
don't know if his ceiling's that high, but he's
No,
definitely
but-
at least a television champion in the future.
and that was
If we didn't have
2000.
plans for the television champion for like 3 years.
Yeah. Okay, let's get going. I'm gonna say before just in case some shenanigans goes down. Okay, well that's a strong start to the show. That's what I wanted. Lance
The new
Storm.
Booker was good on the mic.
Yeah, we did. Lance Storm performed poorly, but he's not the best promo. He can do all right at times, but I think he has better I think his entertainment skill is better than his mic. But
Mm-hmm.
performance Booker
He
T was
kind of had to just
fantastic.
make here, though.
That's what we wanted to see. So Booker's gonna be somebody even when he's not champion down the line. That's gonna help us have another hot feud going.
Yeah, I think Booker's a top level guy for us for as long as we have him.
Oh yeah, I mean he's kind of the MVP.
Yeah, like even when we bring in other top level guys, Booker's going to be always in something.
Booker worked the crowd well. Booker T benefited from having a hot catchphrase and he's flavor the month. Angle the crowd harder, show off to a strong start. We're gonna throw that away next. That'll be great. Probably upon reflection, maybe we should have put Chavo and Super Crazy as the next Finn, but oh well.
No, because we want
Oh yeah, well I
the
want them to
ability
pick
for
it
the
back
crowd
up.
to go. We want them to pick it back up after AJ brings them down because AJ's great, but no one cares about him.
Gained heat on our feud too, so that's great. So yeah, this was I mean, we don't really have to we talk about this stuff some, but where you guys have seen the behind the scenes of us booking it, it's less to talk about like the other one.
Yeah, we
But
don't need to tell a story here.
yeah, this was the promo battle. So moving on, we had the AJ Styles versus Elix Skipper match, and we knew the crowd going to be turned off. Elix was off his game, so that didn't help. So Elix would have gotten above
Probably
a
got the
40.
same as AJ.
Yeah, probably the same as AJ, or even a point above, possibly. Yeah, he got the
I
win with the
don't think
spiral
just
tap.
off the game is 4 points. I think it's probably like 2 or 3.
Probably. Okay. This, yeah, yeah,
That's what we expected.
pretty much. Chuck Plumble did not
Only
do
way they're
well.
going to get better is to just keep doing it, though.
Sean O'Hare. These Sean O'Hare's flavor of the month, so that does help a little bit. Chavo won his match against Super Crazy with his Tornado DDT, which
That
yes
was
was a
worse than I
finisher.
expected.
It's because Super Crazy, because nobody cares
No,
about him.
Chavo, too. Because if people cared about Chavo, they wouldn't have been mad that he was beating Super Crazy.
Chavo's only like a 30 or something, probably. He's probably not
Yeah,
that high.
so,
I mean, he might be higher than that.
that,
I don't think he's incredibly over though.
yeah, that was a problem.
Oof.
We probably should have him beating a bigger name. We got this far with only starting to cool the crowd, though. And we've
Okay.
got Shane next, or soon. This was better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, considering the heel side, that shows how
And
good the
Zabisco
ECW
was
guys are.
extremely off his game.
They don't work well as a team. No kidding. What's this say? Conan was penalized due to the effects of going for personal issues. Oh, great. Conan. Oh,
Nope, to a
Conan was a debut
important
too.
note, then we're not using Conan much
Yeah.
because of he needs to get his personal shit together and stop sulking about Vampiro.
Mike Rotunda. Yeah. Segment lost seat. That kind of hurts. Um, how did Paisley underperform at just being sexy? Maybe we,
It's Charmel. She's not exactly great at acting anything.
true. I kind of thought this would do better. To be honest, I thought this would be in the
I
70s,
didn't.
but I guess Shane's built up his reputation too high.
Well,
Uh,
yeah, the problem is that no one cares about any of our women.
yeah,
Even if they're being hot, no one actually cares about them.
true. Hugh Morris was really off his game. Fuck off, Hugh Morris. God damn. So you're telling me he'd be in the 50s normally then? That's crazy. I guess we should book him then.
I mean, they used him fairly regularly. He was a solid mid-carder.
Oh, Kurt Hennig kindly used his superior skills to make Hugh Morris look particularly strong. The match is better as a result. So Hugh Morris wasn't necessarily actually at 47 there still. So maybe he's only in the 40s.
Yeah, maybe. We have to try him in another match to see how he does.
Ooh, fuck. Let's go. Oh, I... Perfect challenge. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I had seen that, but
That's good. 70 for Kurt here, setting up a pay-per-view match. That's helpful. And then our main event, 66. I'll take it. Book T's flavor of the month. Oh, gimmick change because we debuted Steve Carino. I think it said it got an awful.
Yeah,
Oh, initial
so
rating of great. Okay, good. He will be
that's good.
penalized for taking part in comedy bouts, but he gets a large boost to charisma during matches and angles. Okay, that's great.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think we're putting Steve Carino in comedy matches.
No, we have some.
I don't
Steve.
think we even have anyone on our roster that does comedy matches.
I don't think so. Um, if we do, we're not really booking them that way, so it doesn't matter. We're not really comedy wrestling people. Sorry if that's what you want, but
I wouldn't say that. I mean, in my personal save, I'm booking Orange Cassidy strong,
yeah, I mean we can be.
and he's a comedy wrestler. Like, he's also a good wrestler, but he totally has a comedy gimmick.
That's that's solid. Good start for Carino. And
Yeah, I'll
Carino
take a
is
42 for him.
Carino's kind of
That's above his popularity by a fair bit.
Carino's kind of like Carino's probably gonna be in similar to the spot that Shane Douglas would be in if we had him. So I don't know. We don't have set plans for him yet, but uh,
I have
Carino
definite
is
ideas.
yeah.
I want
Carino
to
is
do his
Bill's
King of
boy.
Old
So
School gimmick, where he's just like curmudgeonly and hates everything new about wrestling.
this was
And this
good.
did awesome.
Good way to end the show. Lance improvised.
Unfortunately, we never got the crowd back.
Yeah, I'm not too
We
surprised
didn't
about
get
that.
them cold, so at least we weren't penalized. But we never got them back to actually get any heat from them either.
We only ended up with 3,900 people, so I'm glad we went with the generic venue. We lost popularity in 9 regions, but gained in one, and we still have that note. We'll have storylines after going on with the pay per view and
Yeah,
after
we're
the
gonna
pay per
have a
view.
lot of storylines starting at the pay-per-view. We just couldn't
WWF.
book for this pay. Oh, we have a. Oh, that's just gonna be our ratings. But we couldn't really book storylines going into this pay-per-view because we didn't know who we were gonna have on our roster. We were
Exactly.
still cementing it up till last week.
Well, Raw is war. Yeah, we had 3,900 people. They had 13,985. And Kane put in the star performance there.
Yeah, most of these mods seem to be really hard on other companies.
Larry Sharp saying goodbye to the wrestling business.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna use him anyway, so that's not bad.
Viewers found out our show was good, but some found it underwhelming.
Fair.
Sean O'Hare changed his style. What are you doing, boy? In an effort to enhance his career, Sean O'Hare is understood to be about to debut a new style in his ring work. Best known for his impactful wrestler style, he is understood to be moving more towards a powerhouse approach. One of the better
All right,
showcases.
so we're gonna want to start booking him in like wild brawls and stuff, like stuff that uses brawling.
What the fuck, Sean? Uh,
He should be a powerhouse.
Fair enough then. Wait, then we got
He's
that
one of the
now.
bigger guys on our roster, like muscular big as opposed to fat big.
Booker T opinion. Sabu is clumsy. I'd cut him loose before someone gets seriously hurt.
Well, Booker, you're not wrong, but also no fucking way.
Nature of viewing figures, we got a little over 250,000, so that's decent for us in a small network. Steve Carino signed with WCW for one night, and that's probably a house show for somewhere. When was that? Friday. Okay, that's an old one.
Yeah, the house shows are old. We wouldn't have a house show when we were doing Nitro.
Oakley Dokley. Our paper.
Who are IWA looking for? We should check that just in case it's one of our guys. India news article. Okay, it's none of our guys because they've already sent the contracts.
Our pay per views, yeah, they're all Sundays, so it's this Sunday. Let's move. I guess we can just go this Sunday and then do our stuff before the show.
I'd still go day by day just in case.
Oh yeah, we were going day by day on purpose. That's right.
I always go day by day just because Unless I'm doing like a local to global where I'm only doing like one show a month. Otherwise, it's just good to see the news because other companies will be in my roster and stuff, and I'd like to be able to counter it.
Wait,
Nothing here matters to.
yeah, Yoshihiro Tajiri was available?
I don't think so.
He must have just got released from the Fed or something. Or was he not signed yet? He might not have been signed yet. Did we somehow we must have missed
We
Tajiri.
skipped him because he only had no. We skipped him because he only had 25 popularity everywhere. Whoa!
It glitched out. Uh-oh. Come on. God damn it. I hate when it does this.
I've never seen that glitch.
This has happened to me multiple times. Uh Come on. I can't see where the X is. Oh, there we go. I got it. Yeah. I mean, Tajiri would be cool, but his popularity isn't high. That's probably...
Yeah, we ruled him out because he wasn't popular enough, and we need to get our company popularity up before we can start building too many people.
Kane stole the show again on SmackDown.
Kane's got his working boots on. Maybe he's finally started taking face bumps.
Oh. We got a note here, probably a house show. Yep.
Yeah.
Web
I
victory for
don't
Rob
see
Van
anything
Dam.
that looks...
Recently, we ran a poll on our message board where fans could vote for who they thought was the best overall worker in wrestling today. After thousands of votes, the winner was today announced as Rob Van Dam.
That's important.
Yeah, nice. By
That'll
the way,
pay off nice because we have big plans for Rob Van Dam.
with how he's performing, we should probably just give Rob a exclusive written contract.
I don't want to fuck Noah. They haven't interrupted us at all.
Okay, we can leave it alone for now. We might have to fight later if something.
We might, but
I wonder.
and we can always change this in the future. But currently, Noah's not been causing a problem for us.
Do this. There was something else I've been wanting to check. What? Okay, we do have the power plant. Oh, we have set graduates.
Oh, good God, no. You're not using your mark them to actually make us book Boogeyman. I'm putting my foot down right now on that. Our graduates are actually pretty solid, though. Other than Boogeyman. We get Cody.
So it currently costs us 165.
Yuha Nation. Moose. Rex Steiner.
You know who Yuha Nation is?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good.
I just don't remember his WWE name.
Apollo Crews.
Ah, yes, that's it.
Yeah, I've been meaning to check that, like, access denied, so we don't have an actual development.
You know what? We should check our merchandise, too.
That's a fair point.
See who's selling merch, because we might want to start pushing them.
Level 6. DDP, which we have been not using to our best abilities. DDP, Booker T, Shane McMahon, Buff Bagwell, Arn Anderson, and Lance Storm. Lance Storm's
No real surprise there.
$96.
The only one that we really need to think about is DDP.
I
need
do want to start using him after the pay-per-view. I have some... I
have ideas, too.
He's in our main event picture soon, I think. Or
he's a couple of weeks... Our main event angle picture, I'd say.
Yeah.
Because I think our main event is going to be tied up between Booker, Lance, and Rob Van Dam for the next couple of months. But Paige is going to be up there.
Do we want to start leveling this up?
It's already leveling up.
Is it?
Yeah, upgrading normal would cost $400 per week to give me 1% of our progress.
Yeah, but we don't have a progress bar that hasn't started.
Okay, yeah, so hit start upgrade.
I normally like upgrading at a rapid pace, but that's just me.
We're spending so much money, though.
Yeah, we can just do normal. Okay. We are losing money right now, but we'll see how that looks at the end of the month.
The pay-per-view should right the ship.
Yeah,
I don't want us to go too much in the red because I think we're going to have to fight for some big names with the WWF.
yeah. We'll go on
Because,
to the
like,
next
we
thing.
already have plans of trying to scoop Shawn Michaels, and when contracts come up, we're going to fight with them for some people because we've got a solid mid card. We have almost no main eventers.
Dory Funk Jr. is retiring.
Oh, what a shame. No bringing back the Texas bull rope matches.
Incoming for the WWF. That could be interesting.
They haven't gone for any of ours, so that's just like independents that we haven't signed. Because if they send a contract to us, we get information that they've sent it.
Steve Corino signed for one night with the NWA Wild Side.
That's fine as long as it's not our pay per view. Actually, I don't think he's on the pay per view, so I don't care.
Yeah. Firex. This is Saturday. Blue Demon Jr.'s out injured. What's in here? House show held. We'll go to Sunday and then we'll do some stuff before the show. Mainly one main thing we have to do for the future.
Yeah, we have
For
to
the
make our
next month.
television title match.
Yeah.
Or title tournament. WWF Metal. I forgot that show existed.
Yeah, they filmed it on Monday. Crispin Wall, MVP. Crispin Wall is said to have claimed that he should be given the chance to carry WWF, saying that he is the real star of the company and is not a main eventer because others feared his talents and were holding him back. His colleagues are said to be amused.
He's just putting the business in a chokehold.
No comment. Okay.
I joke, but if his contract came up, I'd totally try to poach him.
Oh yeah, it's 2001.
He hasn't murdered anyone yet.
Yeah. So let's do our tournament. We also have to change our pay-per-view schedule, but we'll probably save that for after this one's done so we can just change all three at once. Elimination format. This is a 8-person one. Okay, I need to pull my note up for how I had this set up.
I can't see the actual tournament booking, but that shouldn't matter.
I'll make a new thing for it. Window capture. It's just called Form 1. That's lovely. Make it bigger. Maybe. Is that good?
Yeah.
I'm going to rename it so I can know which one this is. Torny. Okay, so this is the TV title tournament to decide who our champion is for, after bringing back the title. Lance Storm getting out of here. We have the Sandman. Poor Lance having to
Is
work with
Lance
him.
getting... Oh, yeah, Lance is getting Sandman.
He's probably the best bet to get anything out of him. Sabu.
Either that or we put Sandy... If Sandy was going to actually win the bracket, spoiler, he's not, we put him in with someone we don't care about and just let him cane the shit out of him.
True. Mike Rotunda. And then this one is Rob. And spoiler alert, Barry Windham. And then this is Tommy and Canyon, baby. In our sleeper match of the tournament. Name
I'll be
TV
honest, I think most of those would be good.
tournament.
And the one that's not good, I think it has a narrative reason to exist.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. There's our first tournament of this run. I don't know if we'll run a lot of tournaments, but you never know. I guess we should.
I've got a streak of the Tony Khan in me. Anytime an injury causes me to vacate a title, there's a tournament.
Did we bring the TV title back yet? We did. Okay. That's good. I think that might be the only thing we had to do.
The only thing I can think of.
Okay. Hopefully we can make some decent money with this pay-per-view and get a lot of eyes in the product. So I think
this is going to be a disappointing pay-per-view just because our build was kind of shit because we had no roster that people cared about.
yeah. Use all the broadcasters we have, like who doesn't? There we go. Save. Yes. There's a backstage incident. This should be good. I'm gonna save.
Hopefully it's just
Tony Schiavone.
mentoring.
Tony Schiavone entertained the locker room by organizing a poker tournament. Tony Schiavone
Thank you,
has the
Tony.
professional personality and is currently annoyed. Oh, what? Buddy, why are you annoyed? We should probably check on that. Arn Anderson and James Storm, please take him under your wing. Can you... Yes! Arn Anderson has taken James Storm under his wing as a protege.
That's like the perfect person to be under Arm's wing, too, since we don't have Robert Roode.
Arn Anderson has the professional personality and currently has normal morale. James Storm has the stalwart personality and is currently happy. Diamond Dallas Page and Lash LaRue. Diamond Dallas Page has been passing on tips on the microphone work to protege Lash LaRue. Well, good, because that might be the only way he gets booked. Diamond Dallas Page has the Europress personality and is currently extremely happy. Holy shit. Probably because we brought Canyon back. Lash LaRue has the quiet personality and is currently happy. Okay, well there we go. Let's get the show set where we want it, which was the Southeast. Ooh, good amount of fans. I like to see that. Okay.
I mean, this is our home territory. We were expecting that.
Mid-Atlantics are home, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Where can we go? Is there a
No, Georgia. Georgia's here.
Yeah, but trying to find an appropriate size. There is no
No, I was
30,000
looking at
arena.
the locations, and Georgia's here, and that's WCW's home base.
Yeah, but it always loads you on what does it load us on? Because that tells you what our home is. Mid-Atlantic. Yeah, Mid-Atlantics are home.
Okay.
That's what I thought. That's why we went there for the first show.
Yeah.
Because
that's probably a mistake. Because
Jim Crockett Promotions was Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah, but then when it became WCW, it was based in Georgia, and they clearly just didn't update it when they made the mod.
Yeah. They're just running with the...
Anyway, I'll let you pick a venue for us. I have to go give the dog his pill.
Okay. I'm kind of just waiting for Bill to come back before I fully select. Because we're either going to go to Knoxville, Tennessee for the 20,000 sellout, or we just select a generic venue / pick the best option. So, which best option probably is Knoxville, so it might just be select a generic venue. What? How much? Oh, I only need 1,400 there. Okay. Do 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 do. Bum ba down 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 down. Ba dum bum bum bum. Georgia Dome. How many people were in there? Holy shit. So we have some pretty big plans for this show, and it's all laid out, so this should be pretty relatively quick to book. There might be some switched around of stuff, and Bill might come up with an idea as we go, but it's like all pretty much laid out for the most part.
I am back.
Oh hi. So do we want the guaranteed 20,000 seller, or do we want to just pick a generic venue because there's no 30,000 seaters?
I take a generic because 30,000 tickets is better than 20,000, and we need money.
Yep. Okay. Generic venue. Okay.
Knoxville, we're doing the TNA thing.
So let's
I'm
start.
gonna have to jump up again in a few minutes, just so you know. I started heating the oven for dinner, so I'm not eating at like 9 o'clock when we get done.
Fair enough. It's not gonna be that late, buddy.
No, but it takes like 2 hours to cook a roast.
True.
So if I start cooking when we're done, it's gonna be late.
Okay. So I do have some pre-show matches here, so let's get those set up first. We'll just go in the order of how
I
stuff
assume
goes.
AJ Styles is going to be on our pre-show.
He sure is. How'd you know?
Because this is a good. Well, one, we're in Knoxville, and two, it's just a good way to get him actually popular.
Look at this. The boy's getting over. Okay, he's gonna be the first face people see. And this time I actually did book him against the face. I mean, he's not a popular one, but this is the pre-show.
The match building is hiding behind the other window.
What?
The match window. There we go. It was the actual selection was hiding behind this window, but don't worry about it. I can see now.
I know why. Because this tournament, the tournament window was just built as Form 1, so it's messing it up. So I'm just deleting it.
Just close the tournament window. We're not going to need it again for probably a few months.
Okay. These guys, nobody cares about them, but it's a pre-show, so...
They won't get mad, so give them 15 if we have the time.
Yeah, might as well. Try to steal the show.
AJ will heat that crowd up.
And AJ needs the win.
Yeah, and the great thing is you can use steal the show as many times as you want, so it doesn't rule it out from the actual show itself.
Oh, I forgot the pre-show. Yep, that's our main event. No, pre-show. There we go. And the other pre-show match I had is the debut of Simon Diamond and Johnny Schwinner. So let's get those guys here. And they're going to be facing the Young Dragons.
More people that no one will care about what we want to actually build.
And Jimmy Yang versus...
Especially the Young Dragons.
The pre-shows are a good place for us to try to build people a little bit.
Yeah, that's one of my weaknesses as a booker. I don't use pre-shows as much as I should. I should put pre-shows on everything to build people. And I don't.
Johnny Schwing. Okay, this one I'm just going to leave a regular, probably. They're going to have,
Yeah, it's either regular or steal the show again. And steal the show is risky. The highs are higher, but the lows are way lower.
Simon Diamond can get the win.
Because steal the show imposes a consistency penalty.
There we go. I forgot to set pre-show again. There. 29 minutes left of free show time. We'll leave it alone for now. I was thinking of
Yeah, we don't need to use the whole pre-show.
we don't. I was thinking that we could be nice and throw DDP some talking time or something, but that might be a more of a jab than anything. Okay, so
DDP is super happy. We don't need to manage his happiness at
that's
the
a good
moment.
point. Okay, I have for a show opener Shane McMahon welcoming the fans, and
He might as well go over the tournament at the same time.
promising a hell of a show. Oh,
Unless you had 2 Shane segments planned.
I have 2 Shane segments, and the TV tournament isn't one of them. I was just gonna have the announcers do that.
Oh, okay.
Because I was just gonna have that right before the actual match, which is halfway through the show or something. Or
Why don't we have Shane announce it when he welcomes everyone, and
I
then
guess
the
he could announce it
announcer
in the
still run it down?
yeah.
Because that'll give us something else for Shane to talk about.
Shane
And
welcomes.
because that allows us to give Shane 5 minutes on the mic, believably.
Big Bang.
And I think that gets us over the rating cap, because if you book for less than 5 minutes, you can only go so high on ratings.
Shane McMahon on microphone should be a good segment for us. Oh yeah, I didn't put my. I forgot to write a segment on my fan boat.
Yeah. Oh, we have a storyline we should create too.
Well, let's do that first.
We should create the storyline of the television title tournament. Just make a storyline, put everyone in the tournament in it.
Well, we can't really do that because we already have the Extreme storyline. So we can add them to the Extreme storyline.
Yeah.
Well, no, we can't even do that because Lance Storm's with Booker.
You can add them as supporting.
Yeah. I guess we'll just do that then. Lance.
Although if we're doing that, I'd do it as a new title, a new tournament, or new storyline.
Then nobody that's important to it can be set as a main factor.
Yeah, I suppose. Let's just leave it alone then, and we'll just set the Shane segment to advance it.
We can make a new storyline for. No, we'll make that on the next Nitro, I think. Between.
Yeah, this is just. I was trying to get the Shane segment to advance the storyline, but we can just tell it to advance the RVD storyline.
Yeah, fair. I could add Lance as a supporting in the RVD one because that's gonna be our final. Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
So
do that. Then
well.
anytime Lance interacts with the ECW guys on the build, it'll count towards it.
Yeah, we'll do that. Lance.
We'll still have to manually set.
Maybe I can't because I didn't do it first. I think you have to set the supporting role first, then you can still use them in the main role. Okay. Well, good to know. Never mind, we'll just do it like that. Good enough. Yeah, the ECW feud booked us into a corner here with that. Anyways, what's next?
You had a segment that you've got to note.
Yeah, I did. I already forgot about that. Because I was going to do this Jerry Lawler's debut that I talked to you about that you were on board with him kicking Scott Hudson off. Which means I got to have Scott Hudson on here. And then Lawler's gonna come in and kick him off. And then we're gonna have to add Lawler to every fucking segment after that. Cause I think Lawler gets kicked off commentary on tomorrow's Nitro. Is my head
or
and that starts the feud between the two. And Lawler will be throwing jabs at Shane tonight.
Yeah, for a new main colored commentator of Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Yeah, exactly. That was my whole angle. He brings the Brain back and okay.
And it solves the problem of us having Scott Hudson on commentary.
Entertainment.
Scott Hudson should be in this too.
Yes, that was. I meant to put Scott instead of Shane.
Okay, I was gonna say I hate that Scott Hudson has to be rated, but the angle really doesn't work if we don't use him.
I guess
put him on Mike.
Mike, okay, yeah, Mike. That's the best bet.
It's the only way we're going to get anything useful out of him, and he is a commentator.
Yep. Jerry Lawler takes over. Rah!
This means Jerry Lawler's commentating our women's thing. 2001, Jerry Lawler is commentating our women's thing.
Perfect. Oh, shit.
We didn't think this through.
Okay. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. So the first match I have, because it makes sense, is our Cruiserweight title match.
Yeah. Open the show on Cruiserweights is always a good way to go.
Yeah. Shane Helms. Chavo. And this is the point where we got to decide, is this the only match we're doing with these two and then the feud, or are we going to try to get more out of it, maybe add more people in the fray, or what are we going to do?
They've been doing really well together.
They have, so we might want to drag it
I
out.
think we drag it out at least a month and have a gimmick match blow off.
Okay. We'll go 15 minutes on them for now. And see what we're working with later. Because we do have quite a few segments on this show, so... we will.
And Shane is over enough.
Shane Helms getting the victory. Do we give Chavo...
I was thinking high spots, but that might burn.
Oh, I meant to go steal the show. Do you want
or
high
steal
spots?
The show? Steal the show works too. I like steal the show more than high spots for Shane Helms.
Do we want?
Because he's not really a flippy guy.
Do you want to do anything extra on this to kind of give Chavo an excuse to come back, or just give Shane the win?
Just give Shane the win, then we can have Chavo
just
earn his way back over Nitro.
Yeah, true. Okay, this is for the Cruiserweight title. Oh, I don't think I did bring the TV title back, because it's not showing up there. Maybe it's still... It might be showing me all the... Oh, it's showing me all the titles I have available. Okay. Let's bring it back now. It makes sense to bring it back. Unretired title. Because
we're not going to award it until...
There we go. Vacant.
Did you unretire the tag title? The Cruiserweight tag title?
No.
Because it kind of looked like you did.
No. It was television. It's right here.
Okay.
I clicked off. I wasn't making that mistake.
Okay, you scared me for a second there when I saw the two Cruiserweight tag teams, because we don't have enough Cruiserweights to run that.
Okay, the second matchup / angle I have here, because I feel like this is probably the best spot to do it, and since there's fallout from this too, is to get the tag title match out of the way. So
yeah, it's good when the crowd is hot from the Cruiserweight title to put this stinker of a match on.
Well, so I have a segment with the Road Warriors actually debuting for the Open Challenge and then the actual match.
Yeah, so Hare and Palumbo talk shit in the ring, and the Road Warriors.
A Road Warrior Animal, Road Warrior Hawk. Hulk, please hold it together.
He showed up sober for work today. Or at least not so messed up that we had to send him home.
So they
Which
can
in
be underrated.
2001 is a constant concern.
Can we get away
Like,
rating them for
I don't...
overness?
We have to rate them for overness. I mean,
That's their return.
this is only going to be like a 2-minute segment, so...
Oh, is it okay? Road Warriors.
You want to do 5?
I mean, I don't want to, but it's I don't know what works best here. Road Warriors.
5 is when we want to actually, like, advance their skills and stuff.
True.
In this case, I think we want to get O'Hare and Palumbo out of the ring as fast as possible.
Fair. Okay, 2 minutes.
So that they don't stink up the joint too bad.
Road Warriors.
And if we do 2 minutes, overness will work for the Road Warriors.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was just about to say too. Add match. Bam, ba-da-down, ba-da-down, ba-da-down. Chuck Palumbo. Jonathan O'Hare. Road Warrior. Other Road Warrior. Yeah, I know the chemistry sucks. That's what we're trying to fix. Would you like to ignore the chemistry? Sure, because we're going to span them. Well, tag team.
How do you expect us to get the belts off them? You know what we haven't done for those segments, though?
What?
Added Jerry Lawler.
Fuck me. You're absolutely right. I should have probably just set him as an announcer until this show is done. Do that, and I'll fix the other ones. This only needs... It doesn't need long. No, I don't want to make the decision. Road Warrior Animals getting the pin. And Chuck Palumbo's taking the loss, because I can...
Yeah, because we want O'Hare to be the more protected since he's over with the crowd.
Storytelling. Decisive for sure. Pinfall. There we go. New tag champions get fucked. Okay, go back in Jerry. Oh, I clicked the tag match. I was like, what? Jerry.
I hate that we have to do that match.
What, the tag match?
Yeah.
Well, sure.
I mean, not that we have to do the match per se, because I'm the one that came up with the idea for the match. I hate that we have to do it knowing the chemistry of our champions.
Yeah. Well, here's where I had the segment of O'Hare leaves a defeated Palumbo in the ring.
Yeah, let's do that.
And I should have set Palumbo to turn. I still can, technically. He's not going to turn here, I don't think, but he'll turn soon.
Yeah, because he has to turn early because we want to do their match next pay-per-view. So we only have 4 weeks to get there.
Maybe he'll turn tomorrow night or something, or maybe the second Nitro.
Yeah.
Okay, so first I'll add Jerry Lawler so I don't forget. And then, giving these guys more time, it'll be like a minute.
Yeah, and it's fine. They're fine talking. It's when they have to wrestle together that we have the problems.
I don't even have them talking for this. I just have they're like, Sean O'Hare's obviously angry.
Yeah, I
don't know what
we might even want to set. We might even want to set O'Hare to limited involvement for the match.
Yeah, we couldn't do that. Might just do acting on both of them and see how it goes for a minute.
Yeah, this is a good case for acting.
I should probably start a storyline for these two now that I think about it.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have to manually add it to any of the previous matches because they're already in all of them. So it'll just automatically apply this.
Limited involvement for Sean O'Hare. And
because then, like, Sean walks out during the match, but we have to, just because of the way the game works, we have to actually position it as a segment afterwards.
I don't really.
We do the classic spot where Palumbo dives for the hot tag, and O'Hare just jumps backwards off the apron rather than taking the tag and walks out on him.
Splits. Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Hare. These two.
And honestly, I think if the prompt comes up tonight to turn O'Hare here, we do it. Strike while it's hot. He just, like I said, abandons Palumbo in the ring. If we don't get the prompt tonight, we can advance it next week. But
Palumbo's the one turning face, so yeah.
Yeah, because O'Hare refuses to tag and abandons him. So if we get the prompt, we do it tonight. But if not, because that's the perfect moment when O'Hare strands him high and dry.
Why is this not a pre-shot? Why did he change this?
I think you drug it instead of the Palumbo segment.
Okay, angle with Palumbo. Oh yeah, I didn't name this and I didn't switch it. O'Hare abandons Palumbo. Get these too far away from me. So originally Palumbo and O'Hare were gonna go over, and they were actually gonna have a decent little reign. They probably would have gone over the Rock and Roll at some point next.
Yeah, they were going to become like annoying stooges for our soon to debut heel faction.
Exactly. Okay.
But unfortunately, they're utterly incapable of working together, and so there's no way to power through that.
This next match is the Woman's Invitation. This is the shittiest stretch of the show.
Maybe we should stick something good in there, and then put the Women's Invitational afterwards.
I can switch this with the Perfect Challenge. The reason I had the woman in between is so there wasn't two open challenges in a row. Because there's also a mystery partner coming later on.
I think it's more important to have a match that the crowd will react well to.
Okay, then we'll switch the order. That's fine. I'm going to switch that in my notes, too.
It's not ideal, but we're forced to work with what we have. Because, like, originally, this would have been a decent match. Then we have the women. Then we have the other open challenge. But in this case, I think it's more important to get the crowd back on side. Because the last thing we want to do is to make the crowd go cold and have to emergency book a heat the crowd match. Just to, like, get out a cold crowd so that we can have success for the rest of the show.
Kurt Hennig and Jesse James. Microphone. Entertainment. Jesse James debuts.
And we can actually give these guys 5 minutes because they're both good on the stick.
Okay.
Make up some of the time that would have been taken up by the tag match before we had to shuffle those guys out the door real quick before the crowd got pissed and rioted. Because I think realistically our tag match would have been 15 minutes to begin with.
Yeah, probably if we had chemistry at all. And the Road Warriors weren't going over. I don't know if these guys need that long, or I mean, I don't want to be hurt too fast, I guess. So maybe they should have 15. We can always change it too. Jesse going over. I don't think there's going to be a feud out of this unless you think there should be.
Unless they do awesome in this match. Like, if we get a really good match, we can book more.
True.
But right now, this is a one and done. So we don't make a storyline for it.
What do you want this match? Just regular or storytelling? Or
Storytelling.
That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't. We're probably going to have multiple storytelling matches, which is fine. Decisive for now. See if the match does any good.
I wouldn't put on decisive. Leave it to decide on its own.
Fair enough.
because we don't want to like completely bury Mr. Perfect either.
True. I don't think I put Jerry Lawler on. I didn't. I knew it. There we go. That's the only annoying part about the Lawler stuff is having to commit to that. Okay, so we go because of the switch up in the format. We go from one
Now we
match
have
right
the
to the
women's
other,
match.
and this is a 1v1. Yeah, there's 5 people on this. I have. So this is. I'm formatting this like how I want them to enter for my headcanon. So this is Tori Wilson pop in the crowd. Stacy is a heel but still pop in the crowd. Paisley just comes out, and then we get our debuts of Francine, and good old Dawn Marie. There's a couple women we have that are left out of this on purpose. Believe it or not.
Well, we can't debut everyone on one show.
That too. One of them is debuting next still, but one of them is being left off on purpose because I want to build to them debuting. Which I'll talk about momentarily. I had Stacy going over in this match because she's like the most popular woman.
Yeah, she's the best we've got.
And I wanted
That the public knows about.
I also wanted the heel to win, kind of because of my next segment. So, loser does not really matter, to be honest. This is just gonna be an eye candy match.
Cannot go over 10 minutes then, or 15 minutes. But we only want to give them 10 anyway.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
And
I didn't add the.
we should set a loser.
Okay.
Just because I don't think we want Francine to take the loss.
I'll just have Paisley lose then.
I was just gonna say, so if we have Paisley lose, that'll protect Francine.
I'm not gonna fucking have Tori lose either. That's my girl.
I don't care so much if Tori loses.
I do. She's my girl. I love Tori.
Yes, you just said that. I don't want Francine to lose is the big one because Francine has the most. Francine and Stacy have the highest ceiling out of all the women in that group.
I do want to check to make sure Dawn is set as the manager. Okay, good. I did set her as the manager already for Diamond.
Yeah, I remember us doing that.
Okay. So then I have an angle after this match, debuting one of the women that got left out. Miko Sato. I don't know how to say her name. I forget how to. It's been a while since. But Satomura is gonna come out and fucking lay everybody out as a statement. I don't know if she should lay everybody out or just Stacy. Maybe Stacy, just Stacy.
Just Stacy.
Because
you're not gonna get any. You're not gonna get any extra heat on her laying out Paisley again.
Fighting and selling. Maiko Satomura. And this needs like 2 minutes. We
don't want to give it a lot of time because I don't think Stacy can sell good.
There'll be some kind of storyline that comes out of this, but I don't know. Should we make it now or later? I don't know.
Make it now so that if it advances tonight.
Storyline. I don't know. I kind of just want to build Maiko as the top of this women's division, so I don't know if it's just going to be her and Stacy feuding or if she's just going to be...
I mean, just stick all the women in it. We only have 6.
Might as well.
That way you can advance the storyline by having Miko work her way up the roster.
I kind of want to blame. I kind of want to build Miko in case we get China, because that could actually
Yeah.
be decent.
Trying to get China is one of the major reasons I didn't want us to spend a lot of money on merchandise.
Okay, so Miko, and then Stacy. So Maiko's coming in as a face, but she might turn heel down the line, especially if China's coming in, because China's probably going to be a face. So,
I
but
kind of like bringing China in as a heel
do you? Okay,
because
then
China's
that's
gonna
fine.
China's gonna be the biggest woman in our division.
Maiko can be our baddest face. Then I'm
Yeah,
fine with that.
it's very very hard to do the monster face. That fails more times than it succeeds. So at least starting out, China should come in as a monster heel, and then we can always turn her face later.
Dawn, and then we'll have to add the other woman. So the one woman we left out is this lady here, Allison Danger. I want to build to her debut because she's gonna be like our young lion up, and she is literally a young lion rookie year.
Yeah,
She's gonna be our hot babyface up and comer that we want to actually try and build.
yeah, she's kind of gonna be our like main baby
She's
face
gonna be our Trish
long
Stratus.
term. Yeah, but no one knows who she is right now, so she's a project for the future.
Who the hell? Francine. Even if Francine just runs away from having a match with her, she can still boost the segment. And
A
then
segment with Francine being scared and begging off would actually do really well because let's face it, Francine's the best woman we've got.
what do I have next? Up next is the TV title rundown and then the match. So here we go.
Do you have Jerry added to the Mako laying out Stacy?
I don't think I did. I know I
I don't
added it
think
to the
so either.
match.
I know you did the match too. I didn't notice for the.
Okay. So
I'm apparently on Lawler watch.
I gotta take the announcers off here. Mike Tenay, Tony Schiavone, and Lawler probably just making jokes for the whole thing.
Yeah, Jerry will just be taking the piss.
Oh, why'd you
I
bring
kind of
back
hate.
that title?
I kind of hate 2001 Jerry Lawler, to be honest.
TV tourney rundown. They'll run down the bracket. Blah blah blah. We'll give them a few minutes so they can talk about the components of the tournaments and the all
History
the
of the
fucking,
TV title.
yeah, all that. Oh, I didn't put them on microphone. Talk about the history of TV title. Lawler has time to tell his jokes. Okay, now is the matchup, which is possibly the sleeper hit of the tournament, like I said earlier. And it is good old Tommy Dreamer Man and Canyon. Originally, Tommy Dreamer was
debut.
Canyon's debut. Originally, Tommy was gonna win this match, but Bill had a brilliant other direction for the tournament that actually.
Well, it was also the fact that you had Canyon penciled in against Sandman, and that would have been a terrible debut for him.
No, I always had this match. It was just the.
Oh yeah, you wanted the Sandman match. You wanted the Sandman match on the card.
I wanted. Your problem was that I had Tommy going up against Rob.
Oh yeah, and I'm like, that's no good because that's a match that'll make money for us in the future. We don't give it away for free. I mean, it's not for free. It's on pay-per-view, but we're not selling tickets on this match because no one knew it was happening.
That match wouldn't have been on pay-per-view, so you were right with your. It would have been for free.
Yeah.
Which is worse. Decisive. I want Canyon to look strong on his debut. I know we want to build Tommy, but he'll look good going up against Rob this way.
We had plans for Tommy to eat a few losses early anyway.
Okay, I'm good. Regular good for this, or do we want something else?
Um, how's Canyon's stats on brawling?
Like 61 to 69 is decent. Could have a wild brawl.
That's what I was thinking. Is throw it in as a wall brawl. Lean into the ECW side of things because, I mean, we're doing a storyline about the ECW guys being in the tournament. I'm sure anyone paying attention noticed that there's an ECW wrestler in every opening round match.
Should we give them more than 10 or just leave it at 10?
I think we keep it at 10. Tommy's stamina isn't the best, and I think if we go up too much, wild brawls are tiring, and it'll start complaining that Tommy's getting gassed.
Oh, we only need 16 more minutes. But we have more time than that, of course. It's just
We
there's a minimum.
have plenty of time.
Yeah, there's a minimum, is all.
Yeah.
So next up, I have the tag match with the ECW guys and Wyndham being revealed as the mystery partner. So there's an angle with Wyndham being revealed and then the tag match. There's a lot of mystery surprises on this show, but it's.
I mean, this is really the unveiling of our new roster show. Like, that was our selling point, was just, hey, these are the people we managed to hire.
Mike Rotunda. Barry Windham's his partner. So old school, so great. This is Robert Van Dam. Oh yeah, we were gonna. I just remembered something. I'll fix that in a sec, though. I want to get this set up first.
Jerry Lawler.
Well, besides that,
Yeah,
we
no, I'm just letting you know because I noticed Jerry wasn't in yet, and I seem to be on Lawler watch.
we we were gonna have we
Worse
wanted
than Tom, but better than Brian.
we were gonna have Sandman and Terry in the corners of people.
Yeah,
We were gonna have Sandman with Tommy and Terry with these guys. So
yeah.
oh, I think you even at one point said that Sandman should cane Tommy on accident. So that's how Canyon.
Yeah, that's how
That's how
Canyon
we should
wins.
do it. Canyon can get a cheap win instead of decisive.
Yeah, that's right, because Sandman tries to cane Canyon and gets Tommy, and then Sandman gets thrown out, and Tommy turns around like, what the fuck, to confront the referee when he's getting thrown out doing the stupid babyface thing. And then
That protects.
Canyon rolls him up.
That protects Tommy
That
a little.
protects Tommy.
Okay, so microphone for Mike. Barry Overness, I guess.
Are we doing the 5 minutes?
Uh, Probably not, unless we
Okay,
want to
then yeah,
have the
Overman.
ECW guys talk some smack.
We could try to cash in on Terry Funk on the microphone.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
Then
Maybe.
do Barry on entertainment.
Yeah.
Because we'll get hit hard if we
Who do you
overness.
Who do you got, Rotunda?
We'll let Rob talk too.
Yeah, Sabu can just stand there.
Sabu can be entertainment. I know it tells us that Rob is terrible when he's unscripted, but I don't believe that for 1 second.
Wyndham refueled as mystery partner.
And I'm not going to start scripting people because they do bad unscripted, because the only way they'll learn to do it unscripted is if they just keep having to do it.
So there, and now we gotta fix the Tommy match. So you move. This is gonna be a cheap win. Or a tainted. I guess tainted is the one.
Yeah, it's not cheap. He does win clean, in quotation marks, but it's because of Sandman.
Sandman will be at ringside.
We don't need to put him at ringside because we can put botched interference for Sandman. Although, put him for ringside too, actually. Just to make sure that it notes that he's out there, so it doesn't look like you ran out and tried to cane him.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. Do that, and then at ringside is the Sandman. The Sandman. Okay.
Because I'm going to need to friggin' Paul Heyman. Sandman hard. He's not good at much, but I'm going to try to make him look like a star.
Next up is the tag match itself. 2v2, brother. Rob Van Dam and Sabu versus Mike Rotunda and Barry Windham. Mike Rotunda.
You set that back up. I'll be back in a second.
Sure. Almost forgot Lawler here. I gotta remember that I'm streaming, like, not to just go quiet. I'll show Bill what I put for the stuff after.
There we
Lawler.
go. That should be the last I have to get up before the end of the show.
Nice. I'll show you what I set for the last match in a sec, but I'm gonna get this next segment. This is where I had a Buff trying to hijack the show and sets up the match with him and Shane here. So this will be like a full entertainment segment.
Helms or McMahon?
I meant to put McMahon. I'm glad you noticed that.
That's what I thought.
Fuck off, Shane Helms. There we go. Do that. And we wanted to get Shane on in a wrestling match. So this, I'll get this and then we'll go back to the tag match. So this will be Buff Daddy versus Shane O'Mac. At least
We
Buff's
definitely
getting
want
on
to keep this to
pay-per-view.
10 minutes.
Yeah. This ain't gonna.
Because we can only see, even though Shane's only 31 here, we can only see so many shitty punches.
I guess hardcore would be. I just wanted like a no DQ match to Shane, just like to have this a bit of a car crash to make it exciting.
So what we do is well, yeah, hardcore is no DQ.
Yeah, that's the because they just did hardcore
But
matches
what I
back
was
in
going to
2001.
do, yeah, what I was going to do was just call it a no DQ match, just make a new match type.
Oh,
Because you can make your own that would just be 1v1 no DQ. Because any 1v1 is a no DQ match unless you set the finish to be a DQ. So I was just going to create a new match type and say no DQ, because I think if you
how do
scroll
you
down,
do
there's
that?
like, I think if you scroll to the bottom, there's like create a new add new match. Next one over from default matches, there's
Oh,
add new
this.
match.
By copying hardcore. Yeah, might as well just copy the hardcore over. Make it no
Yeah,
DQ.
and then just call it no DQ.
That should work.
Just because that allows us to use the proper name for it.
There we go.
Because I don't want to call it a hardcore match. Just because, even though they'll be rated exactly the same, it'll carry a different connotation to the fans.
So here's what I had for the tag match. I did make it Mayhem because that's the more weapons filled one, and
Yeah.
Car Crash is Shane just
Car
being
Crash is just
crazy.
like people getting interfering, and Shane being Shane, climbing up on the set and jumping on Buff or something.
I figured Rob gets a pinfall victory on Mike Rotunda, so that protects Barry from taking the pin on his first night.
Yeah, and anytime Rob's in the match, he should get the fall because that plays into what we're doing with him.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I've been.
So I agree. Oh, add Terry Funk to. Oh wait, wrong one. But in Radicals of Extreme, if we don't have
Yeah, Terry at ringside. That's what I meant to do.
okay, I didn't see that.
No, I didn't put it in. You pointed it out.
Yeah.
Saving it. I had it in my head and then forgot to do it. Terry Funk.
Just trying to get all the ECW guys on the pay-per-view
Yeah.
because they're some of our biggest draws.
Okay, and then after this, all that's left is the main event in our angle. So I have a video package for Booker and Lance's feud, then the actual match, and then our
Yep.
closing angle is how I have it here.
Sounds good. And this is where we use overness. Because neither
I,
Booker nor Lance is going to do anything in it.
just use this format.
Yeah, might as well.
That's what I do normally. Booker.
I freestyle everything.
I like to try to use the segments, but. And how long should this run?
3 minutes?
Yeah, let's try that. Okay, looks good.
Long enough to be entertaining, not so long that people get bored. It can direct that.
And then our main event match.
Oh, music video. We don't want music video. Just cut the word music out of there.
Now I just made it a freestyle angle anyway, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just a music video fails every time I've run one. Any company.
Okay, world title on the line. They're gonna get 20 minutes, and this is gonna be storytelling. And
Yeah.
I know I need to put Lawler in there. Oh, I didn't actually click competitors yet. That would probably be helpful. Let's put Lawler in now. Okay. And we got Booker T. Comes out last because he's the champion. That's how it should be. And Lance Storm.
You remember you can type the names, right?
I do. But I can click and drag too, which is just as fast. Wow. And sometimes at least. Charles Robinson, perfect. I know the United States title holders in this. No, I don't mean to do that. Thanks for reminding me. Storytelling. Booker T. We are continuing the Lance Storm feud after this show, and
Yeah.
he's gonna.
Call it in the ring. With these two, let them call it in the ring.
Good point. Maybe Booker should just get like a roll-up pin here to play into Lance getting another match or something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Booker still gets a win, but it's like Lance is kind of arguing that anybody can
Yeah.
do that. That probably works. We could have Mike Awesome play into this if we wanted to, but I don't know if we need to.
We haven't established him as Lance, being with Lance yet, and we have a big
Well,
surprise coming up.
He was fighting for Lance the one night there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Have Mike Awesome attempt interference.
So a botched one? Or do an interference, but Booker overcomes it.
Do an interference on Booker, but it doesn't cost Booker the match.
Fair enough. That makes Booker look even better, too.
But that's why Booker had to go with the roll up, because he was kind of hurt from whatever Mike Awesome did to him.
That works. I like that.
I wonder if Booker will take a stunt bump.
Oh,
Like Mike Awesome
fucking
pitches him
awesome
through the
bomb.
announce table. Yeah, Awesome bombs him through the announce table.
Let's try.
Let's see if he's willing to do that for us. He's not that old here. I'm used to booking Booker older, so he should be willing to do it, but he might not be. Awesome, yeah.
That works. That makes the match pretty interesting. Hopefully it's a good rating. It should be, I would imagine. And then
I can't see this not being good.
we have our closing angle.
Our closing angle should get like 7 minutes, probably.
Just to be cheeky with it. But then they'll come out and be like, we are not the NWO.
Yeah, but that's totally what the commentators would do.
Is this
We
a
both
new
know
world
it.
order?
It's like, fuck off. That hasn't been good for 5 years.
Whoa, what's going on here? Lawler. Okay, so
Oh, Lawler's going to be singing Eazy-E's praises. Speaking of which, we need to put Lawler in.
that's a good point. I'll get Bischoff there. Lawler. I don't know if I put. Oh, I did put him in the main event. It was before I selected the guys. And this is
Yeah, I know you did it for main event.
Scott Hall.
I don't know if he's in on the video package, but it doesn't matter because they won't be talking anyway. Scott Hudson, you said.
I know. Where is Scott Hall?
Okay. I can't see Scott Hall because I can't see the list.
Is Scott? Did we have a confliction here or something? I swear to God. Oh my God. His contract hasn't begun. When's it begin? This fucks up a whole I guess we can still have Eric and Scott's gonna have to come in later then. We still have Eric and
You're going to have to look at Scott Hall under his personal.
Scott Hall. I thought we had him right away. He must be finishing up
So
with Noah or something. Or whatever. Okay, what's going on with him? Contract doesn't begin for another 11 days. Fuck! So
That's fine. Eric can talk about how he's bringing in a big deal.
okay.
He's still under no compete clause because he just got fired right before this happened.
I think because we signed him away from New Japan or something. So he has to finish up or something.
Yeah.
Because he was with somebody.
Yeah. So we'll just have Eric and O'Hare mess it up, and then Eric can grab the mic and say he's bringing in a big name.
Sean O'Hare. They'll beat the piss out of Booker, maybe.
Yeah, Eric can use a baseball bat to keep it fair. And we'll put Eric on the microphone. Do we want to stick Mike Awesome in there too?
I'm thinking we could have, like, we could see Storm and Awesome kind of walk away.
Yeah.
In the thing.
Yeah, because we need to
kind of
save this.
Tease Lance and Eric.
Yeah, because I mean the whole thing with Lance is he or is he not in that faction? Like we're already planning to do that, so that's how we can fill the time until Scott Hall's available.
I guess this will. So Eric's gonna be on microphone more. Sean O'Hare is going to be the main one beating on Booker, and Booker can be selling his ass off.
Yeah.
And I need to put Jerry back in. Well, this changed up Finn's a bit, but hopefully it still performs alright.
We can work with this. It's not the worst.
Lance kind of looks like he's going to stick around, but then...
What if we actually tease Lance with Eric for the next month, and then bring in Scott on the next pay-per-view?
We could.
I mean, I feel like Scott Hall should be...
I wanted him to debut on a pay-per-view.
So do I. So maybe we milk Eric for a month, and then we have Scott debut at the next pay-per-view. Eric can talk the hell out of it, and we can swing Mike Awesome over to that faction too. That'll give us 2 underlings for Scott.
Yeah, I didn't have Scott booked on the next show anyway, so it doesn't matter if he debuts there or not. Okay, yeah, that works. Okay, I guess this is good. We were gonna split Awesome from Lance, but I guess we could have him join too.
Yeah, because we need Lance as a placeholder for...
That almost makes it that we should have Lance be the one that ends up turning.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go back to that possibility then of Lance turning face.
Yeah, because we need to have Lance fill the gap.
If we do that, then we'll have the tease in playing, and then looks like Eric's gonna make Lance his top guy in the faction, but then Scott debuts, and he is actually the top guy. So Lance is kind of thrown to the side. So maybe
Eric never needed Lance. He just needed someone to fill the time until Scott got there.
That gives a spot for Awesome, because he's probably better.
Yeah, because then we can leave. I don't have any long-term plans for Awesome, so this gives him something to do.
And we were
because he's too good to not use, but he's not a very interesting character.
We were gonna have the other New Blood guys in too as our hopefully tag team replacement, so that makes a half decent group.
And the great thing is we can play off of Awesome fucking over ECW for WCW in the past.
Exactly, which is good for him to be the heel for. So yeah, I mean I don't mind Lance being a face. It's just we had good plans for him before, but these are good plans too. I think this will work out for him.
And what we can do to reveal after Lance loses to Booker. Lance loses to Booker, and then Eric brings out his new guy because Lance can't cut it. And we close the show with Scott Hall.
Oh, see, that does create an issue though, because he was supposed to win our U.S. title.
Well, he wins the what if he win? Okay, so
he's supposed to win the U.S. title from Booker next month.
He wins the title, but he doesn't win the right title. And Eric's like, "I'll get the guy who can get the world title."
Fair enough. I guess
you were good to get us. You were good enough to get us the U.S. title, but you're not good enough to get us the world title.
I guess you're just not world championship material.
Yeah. Because we can fix this.
Yeah. That gives another match for Scott before the world title too.
Yeah, that buys us time because then Lance will fight Scott because Lance is mad.
Lance will fight Scott, then DDP fights Scott, then Shane fights Scott, and then he's good for the title. And that gives
us 4 months of Booker.
Yeah, it gives time for Booker.
Which will make 6 months total of Booker as champion, which is a good title run.
Yeah, you know what? This is going to work out. Okay, I saved already, but I'll do it again, and we should be able to deliver on this show. Shane Helms being used too much and might very win the Mike Rotunda. That's not as bad as I thought it would be. Okay, let's get going. This should be hopefully a pretty good show. Just wanted to make sure there's no chats there. All right. Decent. I'll take it.
I can't see it.
AJ Styles is really off his game.
Oh, here it goes. Never mind. It was just lagging like crazy for me.
Jeez, AJ. It's pay-per-view, not the time to be fucking up.
I think he still performed above his popularity.
He did.
So that's good. As long as they perform above their popularity, I'm happy.
AJ had a hot new move, too. This match
That's
did a
what
point
saves
above.
him.
Don Marie did good work ringside. That's great. Diamond and Swinner got a tag specialist bonus. That's good. Johnny Schwinn and
Winger
Don
and
Marie
Don
are
Marie
good for a
suck.
combination. Well, maybe I'll just put her on Diamond then. I only put her on. I only put her on Swinner too because they're a tag, but
Yeah, so just put her on Diamond.
that's what I'll do. Okay, Don Marie, extremely marketable gimmick, will sell far more merchandise than usual. Gives a small boost of charisma. Okay, thank you, Don. Glad we hired you. Nothing for him, and losses do not hurt momentum as much as usual. Nice. Okay, Shane McMahon opening the show fucking hot.
Yeah,
Scott,
that's what we needed. Fucking 89.
I figured this was gonna be good, but I didn't think it'd be this good. Scott Hudson pretty weak. Well, yep.
Good thing he's getting kicked off commentary for not being that good. That
Speak,
actually plays into our angle.
Speaking of that, Lawler comes out and kicks him off. You know what? This did better than I thought it would.
Yeah, I thought Hudson would drag it down more
Adequate
than it
for.
did.
Well, he was terrible, but
Hudson was terrible with no script to follow. His dialogue was a mess.
Lawler
Well,
did
that's why you're getting
adequate.
replaced, buddy.
Shane Helms makes defense number 3 in a decent match. Really, they went above their performances. So
Yeah. And I mean, for cruiserweights to get a 50 is pretty good because, like, the cruiserweights had good matches, but they weren't popular. No one cared about them.
yeah. Okay, tag Road Warriors returning. Yeah, well, we had to have them talk. Um, Initial rating of adequate. Will be penalized for taking part in comedy. That makes sense. Initial rating of great. So Hawk's great, but Animal's only adequate. Maybe.
That's fine, though, as long as they're not poor.
Yeah. To be fair, Animal was seen more recently too. So Sean O'Hare. This did all right. This did better than I thought it would. So
Yeah, given their chemistry.
Road War.
Well, I think we reduced the chemistry penalty by not having O'Hare involved much. And we gained heat on the storyline.
Yes, which is good because we probably won't get that much. And the Road Warriors are our new WCW World Tag Team Champions. They are back on top. And this did alright for what it was.
Oh, and then we lost the heat again. Fuck. We had to do it, though.
Yeah, we did. Jesse James debuts to a pretty good response. Kurt Hennig enjoyed the freedom go.
Initial rating of grade on him.
So did Jesse James. Enjoyed going off script. Jesse James not suitable to be used by heels. So okay, it's good. We gotta keep him face. We're keeping him face anyway for at least a while.
Yeah, and I mean, we just change the gimmick when we turn him, if we turn him.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, this did actually. I'm glad this did well.
53 from Jesse James.
And 60 overall. They're shooting above their performance again.
Yeah.
Pop handle jump, that's what I wanted to win with. That's nice. Okay, looking good. That worked out. I actually didn't think they'd do as well for some reason. I guess Road Dogg could kind of still go in 2001.
This stunk out the joint, but we kind of expected that.
Stacy pinned Paisley with a spinning heel kick. Beautiful. Francine got very good rating though, so that's nice.
That's the gimmick I care about.
Don Marie and Tori Wilson were really off their game, so that doesn't help. No psychology in this match. What a shock.
Yeah, I mean, this stunk the place out, but
Hey,
we knew it was going to.
the match did a job and gave a crowd a breather, though, so good
That's
placement.
why I wanted to stick a hot match in between. Because this would have killed us if we had this right after the Palumbo stuff.
This did all right for what it was. Adequate
Yeah.
for.
I would have liked her to get a better rating, but adequate we can work with. It means we don't have to immediately rebrand her.
Well, at least the storyline gained heat too. Marketable gimmick will sell more merchandise than usual. Nice. Gives a large
hard to not get a popularity boost or match boost after that introduction.
Yeah. Gives a large penalty to psychology though, which is a shame.
That's not what we need with our women.
No, but I guess at least she sells merchandise. Mike Tenay
I'd
struggled.
almost rebrand her to something that has a bit better psychology and fuck the merch, because
Yeah, we
we'll
might
see
look at
how it
that.
works.
We might
We'll
look
see
at
how it
that.
works. If her psychology's really hurting us, we'll change it.
This is good for just the commentators talking for a few
Yeah,
minutes.
I'm surprised Tanay struggled.
Tommy Dreamer Canyon, I'm fine with this performance as well. TV
Yeah,
title tournament moved forward. Sam,
56 from Canyon. That's nice to see.
that is. I mean, Canyon was awesome. So,
He was, but a lot of people didn't see it at the time, so you always got to wonder if the moderate makers have him accurate.
yeah. I mean, he was definitely used better in WCW, so it seems like that's carried over for the mod here.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, he was terrible in WWE.
Wyndham revealed as the mystery partner. Did fine enough. Recap gimmick changes. He got adequate, Barry Windham. Oh, look at this. Give small boost to microphone skill during angles. Give small boost to star quality during matches and angles. And may receive a bonus when booked to look dominant. Damn.
All right, so we want to book Barry dominant over jobbers sometimes.
I guess after he loses his
You
tournament
know,
match, we can book him to look good.
yeah, I mean, with that, with those type of perks, we might want to. But depending on how he performs in the match, we might want to actually keep him around and push him a bit more than we planned.
Well, the Road Warriors need to lose to somebody, so.
I was hoping to have a younger tag team, but plans
Me
change.
too. I was thinking Stasiak and whoever the other new blood guy is that I don't remember right now.
Yeah, we'll see how they do.
Gingerack, that's his name.
Yeah, we'll see how they do.
Because they're going to be in the group, too. Rob Van
Yeah,
Dam and Sabu versus Rotunda and Wyndham did actually decent, so nice.
Wyndham only got a 38. Never mind. I don't think we need to push him that much.
Yeah, I mean, he's in his 40s at this point. I didn't think we'd be pushing him all up. He's
No,
here to help
but
get
if he
guys
was
over.
getting like up in the high 40s on his performance, then I'd have to reassess what I was originally thinking.
Yeah. Well, him and Rotunda have excellent chemistry, though, so that is good. We
Yeah,
do need them for our tag division, so.
we're definitely keeping them around for a while. It's just they're probably just going to be there to have matches.
Oh, I just realized we're holding this in front of 32,000 people, so should make some money, hopefully. Okay. Ooh, nice. Good shit. Buff trying to take the show hostage, and it gave us a hot segment. Shame.
I thought Buff was going to hurt that more.
Me too. I think Buff's supposed to be one of our guys for that's good on the mic,
That's what we need then.
which is part of the reason I wanted to throw him here. I think like Buff is a good hand for us.
Yeah, Buff's weird. He's good, but like no one really respected him.
Yeah. Okay. Bagwell and Shane. Dive and elbow drop Shane won with. Match fell apart, lack of psychology. Well, yeah, I'm not
What
too
a shock!
shocked.
It's a Shane McMahon match.
Buff Bagwell and Shane McMahon had great chemistry and it showed in their performances. That's crazy.
We're running this back.
I guess we'll have to. I don't know when, but Bagwell was penalized due to being in extremely poor form.
And he's still got a 62. Fuck, we're using Buff.
Yeah, we gotta use Buff more.
If he's in poor form and he's getting a 62,
Did he get that the other time we used him too?
yeah.
I think he did. And he still performed well that time too. I think we said that the last time too, that we had to use Buff more. But
Yeah.
anyway. Okay.
And we got the crowd buzzing, so we can't actually raise the crowd any higher.
Nice. Lost heat on the main event feud, but that's alright, we'll get it back. 64, that's good for what it is.
We're not closing the feud tonight anyway, so it doesn't matter if we lose a little bit of heat.
74 for our main event title match, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Booker took a stump up, I forgot we did that already. And then our main event angle got a 62, I'll take it. For considering we
I
have
can't
the
believe we
Booker on the
didn't
fly.
actually raise heat. How did we only lose heat on Lance? We didn't raise the heat even with a 74. Oh, fuck.
Eric Bischoff got an awful rating, and
That's real bad.
I guess people don't want to see him. Mike Awesome was
Yeah,
terrible
that's
too.
real.
Eric improvised well. Sean O'Hare benefited from being Flavor of the
Yeah,
Month like Booker T.
Bischoff or Awesome struggling with a segment isn't that bad though. But Bischoff having an awful.
Gives
Um,
gives a small penalty to star quality during match angles. Can be penalized to losing a comedy gimmick. Can be penalized losing for a gimmicky cartoonish gimmick. Can be penalized for being used in laughing angles. Will be penalized and taking part in comedy bouts. So three of those aren't that bad to us, but the small penalty of star quality and the lengthy angles part could be harmful.
we're just gonna have to immediately rebrand him.
Yeah. What is this gimmick set to be? Legitimate.
Legitimate.
Okay,
He
well
shouldn't be legitimate anyway.
that's we probably should have looked at that before anyway. We'll just change him. Yeah, we'll
Yeah, we'll
change.
just change that
We'll
immediately.
change it, and he'll come back on Nitro. And remember when I tried to be? Oh shit. Well, let's finish the show off. Nice 75 rating for our first pay per view. We
That
increased.
did better than I
That's
expected, given
awesome.
how much we struggled during the build.
Show increased the
And we no
popular.
longer are getting penalized for not having enough storylines.
Yes. Hope and that shouldn't come back because we're gonna have more starting on tomorrow's Nitro.
Yeah.
The show increased the popularity in 22 regions, and we would have gained popularity in one Canadian region that was restricted due to the limited numbers of viewers there. And I like making a speech after the pay-per-views, personally, because it's fun. We're going to give a speech to Booker T, going to give a speech to Lance Storm.
Honestly, with the performances, we should hold Shane O'Mac up as an example, but that just seems like really arrogant since technically we're Shane McMahon.
Yeah. And maybe Jesse James since he had a good debut.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm going to give Lance some encouragement. I'm going to...
Thank Booker because he took that stunt bump for us.
How do we do that? Told that they're awesome, I guess.
Yeah.
And Jesse James. Give him a hug.
Yeah.
Because he just debuted. Where's fucking Tony Khan? Make the speech. Booker T seemed pleased. Lance Storm seemed pleased. Jesse James seemed pleased. This is good for people's morale.
It's good for morale, yeah.
So that's why I like doing it. Sometimes I do it on people that are not doing as hot morale-wise to help.
Well, that's where encouragement's good.
We will be ending the stream here after that, but we're going to look at our notes first, see what's going on.
And when we should change Eric's gimmick so we don't forget.
Yeah, we'll do that before we forget to. Last night's WCW Big Bang feedback has been great. It's drawn a lot of praise. Perfect. Maybe we should change our
It's been a
pay-per-views
long
while we're
time
at
since
it,
that's
too.
happened with a WCW.
It is. Kensuke
Sasaki
was the MVP. That's somebody that'd be cool to have around, but his popularity. Masato Tanaka
he's
title
gonna have
fight
very
for
little.
BGW.
What?
Sunday Night Heat.
What did John Zandig win in? Because I'm gonna laugh if it's some like legitimate sports
BJW
or like legitimate.
final.
Okay, it's a
BJW
garbage
Deathmatch
wrestling.
Heavyweight Championship.
Okay, it's the sort of thing I expected him to win. I was gonna laugh if it was like a pure wrestling championship or something.
This one annoys me. Ricky Steamboat joins XPW. We should
Can't say no to that Rob Black money.
We should have saved Steamboat.
We couldn't get Steamboat. We tried.
No, we didn't. We didn't try because we couldn't get American Dragon.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because we had our angle. Nova leaves ECCW. Nice. Sabu leaves All Japan. He might regret that. We'll see.
Those, I think, were one night things.
No, I think they were working for the companies. Yeah, they were. Just that we have them now, so they've left.
Yeah.
Big Bane got 796,590 viewers. Nice number. Pay-per-view rate of 1.59. Nice. Pretty good stuff. Okay, so we'll
We
do the
should be out
Eric
of the red
Bischoff
now.
thing. I won't. Yeah, let's look at our finances just to see how we ended up. Oh, yeah, we made a lot of money actually.
Yeah,
We were at 900,600 something. We made like a whole million by the end of the month.
that's a good sign if we can keep our pay-per-views doing that well.
We're making money. That's good. That's good. Okay. Nice.
Although
This
our money's gonna start taking a hit as more big names come available.
that's true, but we'll have to see how it goes. This is going surprisingly well all of a sudden. Okay. Eric Bischoff. Promoter gimmick. Okay. That's fucking gimmick change. Fuck you. Gimmick. What should his gimmick name be?
Executive, maybe.
Executive. And it'll be. It was a legitimate. He can't play dominant, comedy, badass, legitimate, or offbeat / unstable. He's good at swagger and Weasley's just underdog.
Oh, he should be Weasley.
Yeah,
Totally Weasley.
let's do that.
I mean, that was our first problem, that he was positioned as a fucking legitimate guy, and it's like, he's supposed to be a scumbag. Our entire gimmick is around him being a scumbag.
There we go. That's planned. We'll probably just do that right away and take any penalties that come. We'll see. 75% prestige, 56% momentum.
It should just apply on Nitro when we use them.
So last month we made $636,502 above what we already had.
That's not much, though, because we didn't have most of our signings for half the month. So I don't think we've paid a lot of people yet.
And I think the last thing before we go for this episode should be the rebrand our pay-per-views. We wanted to rebrand.
Yeah.
So it's done. So we're going to get rid of Sin, Greed, and Big Bang because they're shitty pay-per-view names. Big Bang. Okay, what was the order we were doing? It was World War III in January.
Yeah.
Slamboree, I think, is replacing Greed, I said. So it was Wrestle
Yeah.
War for Big Bang.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds right.
So I'm just going to modify this defense and say that it's dormant. And then we'll create Wrestle War. And then we'll make these dormant and brand the other ones back. So, dormant. Dormant. Might as well do this now before.
Yeah, because otherwise we're all of a sudden going to be booking Sin because we never thought about it.
Okay. So, World War III going to be in January now. Kind of a weird time, but it'll give a main event for Super Brawl. And it kind of goes up against the Rumble, which is kind of funny. And would be... Show cannot be scheduled. Oh. I didn't change the fucking... Because it used to be a November show. But now it's January. There we go. And Slamboree is going to be the March show. Active. It used to be the May show, but that's not much of a difference. Oh, it used to be where Big Bang was. I guess we could have just put it back there, but whatever. Wrestle War I want to bring back, so. Add new event. WCW Wrestle War. Rah. Our pay-per-views are 2.5 hours. Seems to be our...
That's a good length for a pay-per-view.
It seems to be our average pay-per-view time. Or standardized, I should say. Week 4. And then May. And I don't think we gotta change anything else. There we go. That's our new pay-per-view lineup, folks. Which we had this set up for certain reasons. Wrestle War, we'll probably bring War Games back next year. World War III will give us the winner of the big battle royal will get a main event world title match at Super Brawl. So we have some gimmicks to work with. So yeah, perfect. Our ratings have been going up for the show. Well,
I
like
mean,
kind
that's
of.
not surprising. We've been getting better talent.
I mean, week one had the same as week four, but besides that, it's been going up. So we actually had a decent debut. Anyway, guys, let's save this right here and let us get out of here. This has been a good episode, long episode. We wanted to get the pay-per-view out of the way this time because we had the time to do it today, and I think it worked well getting to go home and pay-per-view and one for this. It won't always happen that way, but it's nice that it happened that way here. We hope you liked the direction we're taking some of the stuff in here. I think it's interesting. We've had to change a lot of things on the fly from what we originally had planned, but that's the fun of this, and it makes
If
them
everything worked perfect, I'd get bored of this game in like 3 weeks.
exactly. That's half the fun is seeing how creative you can be when stuff comes up. But yes, our next pay-per-view will be WCW's Great American Bash in 27 days. We have a Nitro the Buck when we come back. We have a lot of things planned for that show. We have a big debut coming. We have reestablishing Eric Bischoff and doing more of his new faction. We'll have some fallout from O'Hara leaving Palumbo behind. We'll see our new tag champions, the Road Warriors, probably. And our TV title tournament will continue. So, anyways, stay tuned for all that. If you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and even share if you would like to. If you're watching this on YouTube, come to our Twitch Crew 616 and give us a follow, which is where we stream this and any other games we play live. The only one that isn't live on here is our other TEW run, our WWE and AEW run, which if you haven't checked that out and are watching this, give that a watch, because that's a fun one as well. I am playing as the owner of WWE and Triple H in that role, and then Tony Khan, Bill is playing as for AEW, and we are just booking, seeing who has the better show, just having fun. So anyways, we will see you all in the next episode, and peace out.
Have a good one, everyone.